one of my biggest aches when it comes to online coaches is when I hear them say things like 30% of students won't complete an online course or coaching program and it's their fault, essentially. Honestly, most students don't complete online coaching programs or online courses, not because they don't have the will to finish. It's because these programs are absolutely trash. And in my opinion, this is why 99% of the coaches that you see today won't exist a year from now. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Ebony Evaughn, your go-to business operations strategist, here to help you grow your business through people and processes. Now, in today's video, we are going to be kind of stepping away from the people part of it and really focusing on processes, and particularly when it comes to creating online coaching programs and online courses for adult learners. So one of the things that frustrates me the most when it comes to the coaching industry is that I feel like courses and coaching programs are becoming more and more trash every single year. And it's becoming to the point to where I mostly see coaching programs or courses that are just a bunch of information on like how to get sales, how to market your business, and not even really market, but like the most lazy marketing tactics. And a lot of times it's outdated strategies, and no one really puts any real effort into their coaching programs or courses. And I want to talk about some tips and tricks that can help you to create more impactful coaching programs and courses that will help you when it comes to increasing your program completion rate, making sure that your students get to their desired results by simply implementing some of these best practice techniques that most coaches and course creators don't even know exist. Okay. So just a little bit about me and my background. I spent many years working in human resources as a training instructor in workforce development. So in that role, I did like the basic trainings for new employee orientation, supervisory training. I went into different departments and did trainings as far as building trust or team building, communication, things like that, for different departments and agencies. So one of the requirements for my job was to get a certification from a trainer program that taught us as instructors how to create curriculum and workshops, trainings for adult learners. And I feel like this has given me a huge advantage when it came to creating my own coaching programs or courses over the years. But since I have retired from coaching myself and I went into more of an operational role, I still find myself doing a lot of course audits, coaching program audits, and I get frustrated because people are typically missing like a lot of the basics when it comes to what essentially a coaching program should be, and techniques and instructional design skills that can really transform the results of these programs. So today I'm making a video to kind of share some of the tips and tools that I've learned throughout the years. So in this video, I'm going to give you 7 of my best tips that most coaches don't know about, that are going to be instructional design tips and coaching techniques that can help you to increase the transformation and impact of your programs. And if you want to learn more and deep dive into these tips and strategies that I'm going to share with you today, then check out the description box or the pinned comment below and learn more about my CoachCORRECT Training Program. In here, I really deep dive into a lot of these coaching styles, techniques that I'm going to talk about in today's video. But if you want to learn more, that will be in the comment below. All right, with that out the way, let's go ahead and jump into these coaching tips and tricks that 99% of online coaches don't even know exist. So the first tip that I want to share with you is, when you are creating your curriculum, you want to make sure that you focus on one clear outcome. I do not know how many times I do coaching program audits, course audits where the host or instructor is trying to promise the moon, the stars, and the entire universe, okay? You want to make sure that your coaching program or course, whatever the curriculum is, it only has one clear outcome. This is going to help you when it comes to knowing what you need to actually put into your curriculum to get your students and clients to that desired results. But twofold, it also helps your students and potential clients and students to know exactly what to expect from your program. A lot of times people don't buy into programs and services that I audit just because the messaging is not clear, because the host of the course or program is trying to offer all the things when they really need to hone in on just one clear focus and one clear outcome, so that when people see their messaging, it's like, oh, okay, this program is going to help me lose weight. Oh, okay, this program is going to teach me how to take better pictures or learn this photography skill or whatever the outcome is. Focus on one clear thing, and I promise you, clarity is going to lead to confidence for both you as well as your students, okay? Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into tip number 2 when it comes to designing transformative coaching programs. Another tip that a lot of online coaches don't know about, at least they don't incorporate it into their programs, is when you're creating a coaching program or an online course for adult learners, you still need to make sure that your program is designed for different learning styles. Different people learn different ways. Some people are going to be visual learners. Some people are more auditory learners. So you want to make sure that you have a mix-up of how you deliver your content so that it caters to people with different learning styles. One of the biggest gripes that I have when it comes to online courses and coaching programs is oftentimes I'll see people who will have these 2-hour-long videos that's just like a replay or recording of when they did a live coaching session way down the line a long time ago, and then it's like, oh, this is now part of a course. And me watching a pre-recorded video of someone who did this years ago or months ago is not going to be impactful for me as a learner. I am a visual, hands-on type of person. I like to learn about the context of how to do something, but then I like to see someone do it, and then I like to do it myself to make sure that I'm actually retaining that. But just because that's my learning style doesn't mean that that's everyone else's learning style as well. So you want to make sure that you mix it up with how you're delivering your content so that you're catering to people. If they're more visual, if they're hands-on, if they're more auditory, you can cater to all of those people instead of just having a program that's a bunch of recorded videos or whatever. Okay, you want to make sure that you design your curriculum for different learning styles. And that is going to take us into tip number 3, which is going to be piggybacking on making sure that you design your curriculum for different learning styles. Is you want to make sure that you use active learning techniques. Now, I know most people don't even know what active learning techniques is, because when you look at most coaching programs or online courses, they just give you a whole bunch of information. And then because they throw that information at you, they're like, okay, like I told you everything you need to know. Now, like, go implement it. But when you're creating a coaching program, when you're creating online courses, you want to make sure that you use active learning techniques that ensures that people are actually retaining and learning the information that you're sharing with them. And so you can use active learning techniques to make sure people are understanding the content that you're introducing to them by doing discussion questions, adding quizzes after you introduce information. You can use journaling prompts. You can use role-playing scenarios. You can have examples or case studies. You can also have reflective exercises. All of these are ways for you to incorporate active learning techniques that ensures that your students are actually grasping the concepts that you're introducing them to and that you're teaching inside of your programs. Now, that is already 3 coaching tips that I know y'all probably didn't know before you clicked on this video. So if you are enjoying these tips that I am dropping, make sure you go ahead and give this video a like. And if you're not already subscribed, well, baby, what is you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you can be the first one to get notified anytime I drop more tips like this, okay? Now that you have liked this video and you're subscribed to this channel, let's go ahead and get into tip number 4 that most coaches don't even know about. And this is going to be to tailor your coaching style to meet the needs of your clients. So I know that there are a lot of gurus out there who will tell you to jump head first into creating a course, to creating a group coaching program. And to me, that is the worst advice that someone can ever give you, especially if you don't have a training background, you don't have a lot of experience when it comes to teaching curriculum or content to adult learners. That is kind of like a fast track way for your program to fail. This is why I always tell people I recommend that they start with private one-on-one coaching. Yes, it's going to limit how many clients you can serve, right? And you know, everyone's about like, don't trade dollars for hours. If you are a new coach and just starting out, it is very advantageous for you to start with doing private one-on-one coaching because you get to work with people privately one-on-one. You can see what their needs are. It helps you to develop your milestones. As you work with more clients one-on-one, you can kind of develop your framework and your process, and you see, okay, every single time I work with someone one-on-one, I do X, I do Y, I do Z, I do 1, 2, and 3. And so when it comes to creating a group program or turning your coaching program into a course, you can go into it with a lot more insight that can help you build a more effective and impactful program because you've had that experience working one-on-one and knowing exactly what your clients' needs are. So tip number 4 is to do private one-on-one coaching and then learn how to tailor your coaching style to the needs of your clients. And so I know different people have different coaching styles, and some people have the ability to be flexible. And if that is you, this is going to be easy for you. But if you're someone who like you only have one style of doing things, then you want to make sure that you keep that coaching style in mind when you're creating your coaching programs, when you're creating courses and curriculum, to know that, okay, this is going to be tailored to people who gravitate or learn best with this type of coaching style if you're not going to have flexibility, right? So, and even like coming from HR, right? I used to teach supervisory training for first-time managers. And then one of the things that we would teach them is how to deal with different types of employees based on how they receive information, how they handle instructions, and also just personality traits. And so oftentimes managers will say like, I'm not a people person, or I can't deal with this type of person. I'm like, well, you're going to have to learn how to deal with this type of person, because as a manager, you have to interact with different type of people. Everyone's not going to be monolithic and have the same personality traits, the same character traits. You may have some employees who are self-motivated, self-directed, where you could say, hey, do X, Y, and Z. And that's all you have to tell them. They're going to go get it done. And you may have some more people who need more hand holding. They need more direction before they take action. They want reassurance along the way. And you have to learn how to accommodate and tailor your leadership style, your coaching style to accommodate all of those different type of people, especially if you're trying to offer a group coaching program. Okay, so you have to be able to adjust and tailor your coaching style if you want to have the greatest impact. Now let's get into tip number 5 when it comes to effective coaching programs and strategies that most online coaches don't implement and don't know about. And this is going to be breaking down concepts into what I like to call micro learning. So often people will just like give a whole bunch of information. It's like, here, go set up Facebook ads, but they don't break that down for someone who has never done that before. And I always tell people there's this thing, they call it like the teacher's curse, where because you know what you know and you've been in your field, you have your expertise, you can kind of skip through some basic generic instructions because it's second nature to you because you've done it for so long. But oftentimes when you're introducing a new concept to someone and it's their first time, you have to also account for the things that they don't know. So you want to make sure that you break things down into micro lessons and kind of building blocks. One block builds on the next one to help people get to the desired outcome instead of just throwing everything at them at once and expecting them to get it all. Okay, so use micro learning to your advantage. And I promise, if you don't integrate any of the other coaching techniques or instructional design strategies that I'm sharing with you in this video, if you just break your program up into micro learning bits, this is going to increase your success rate and your impact and transformation 100%, I guarantee, just by making this one small change. Now let's go ahead and get into tip number 6 when it comes to something that I'm surprised a lot of coaching programs do not have, and this is a client onboarding process. Even if you have a group coaching program, even if you have an evergreen digital course, you should still have some type of onboarding process for your students so they know exactly what to expect from the program. They know how to navigate your platform. If you're hosting your platform on Circle, Teachable, Mighty Networks, wherever it is, they know how to navigate those platforms. They know how to access the curriculum. They know what to do first, what to do next. You can answer a lot of questions that most people typically have after enrolling into a program or a course just by having an onboarding process. And not only that, but having an onboarding process is going to drastically improve your customer's experience when it comes to interacting with you, your program, your brand, and the curriculum or the platform that you're using to host your coaching program or your course as well. So make sure you have an onboarding process in place so people know exactly what to do next and where to go when they need help and how to navigate through all of the different bells and whistles that you have for them inside of your program. All right, I have shared a lot of tips and techniques with you, and I have one more that I want to share before I get out of here. And this is to build in reflection and feedback opportunities. And when I say build in feedback opportunities, I'm not talking about you collecting testimonials. So let's be real. I know that for a lot of coaches, one of the main reasons that they actually do free coaching or complimentary access to their program sometimes is to collect those testimonials so they can use them for marketing efforts to get new clients, right? And your testimonials are more than just for you to use as a marketing tactic. You need to integrate different touch points throughout your program so that people can provide feedback, not only so that you can get that testimonial, but so you know how effective and impactful your program is actually being. So oftentimes when I will do audits for most likely more so courses than coaching programs, when I go into a course, I can tell where it's hard just by looking at the analytics and the progress for where people are in the program. So if I audit a coaching program or a course, and then I notice that, okay, when a lot of people come into the program and it seems like 80% of the people stop in module 3 on lesson number 2, then in my mind, I already know, okay, that's a huge indicator that there's a problem with lesson 2 and module 3 because everyone stops here. So it could be that the content is unclear. It could be they don't have the right tools and resources to complete that lesson. It could be maybe a video doesn't actually show, right? For whatever reason, it says video unavailable or there's no sound. But I can look and see where people are stopping and kind of say, okay, like there's something about this when I'm doing my audits. And so when you incorporate those feedback touch points throughout your program, it's going to be valuable information that you can leverage to let you know how well your program is performing. When you have that built-in reflection and feedback touch points throughout your program, it's going to help you, number one, have a higher success rate so that you do get those testimonials, but it's also going to help you when it comes to pinpointing roadblocks or problems in your content so that you know what you need to do to enhance your program, make revisions so that you can optimize it so that you're having the greatest impact. All right. So those are the 7 tips and tricks that I have for you that 99% of coaches don't even know exist. Let me know down in the comments below this video, which one of these tips were you most surprised to learn about, and which one are you going to implement first? All right. Thank you guys so much for stopping by my internet home. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on notifications so you'll be the first one to know anytime I upload another video just like this. For more coaching tips and techniques just like the ones in this video, make sure you check out my Be a Better Coach playlist in the description for more videos.